Hey everyone. Hope everybody is doing well. Today is June the 4th. And so for the next few days, I want to talk about um overcoming hurt. Um, and of course, I'm going to tie it back into mental health. All right. So my question for you today, are you hurt? Have you been hurt? Or are you currently going through something painful? It could have happened this year, last year. At some point in time, we've all been through some hurt. We may have lost a job, experienced a heartbreak, criticized by someone, lost a loved one. Or there's some of us who have been hurt by things that have happened in the past, trauma, abuse, rejection from family or friends, unmet needs, things of that nature. And so many things in the world today, they can hurt us. You know, Pain, suffering, loss, and grief is something that happens to all of us. If you haven't experienced it, keep living, because those things can definitely happen to you. I personally know how unbearable some of these things can feel because I've went through some of these things. At one point in my life, uh, in my younger years, I was bullied and I was picked on. Um, I always felt like I couldn't measure up to others or certain expectations because um, it was always instilled in me that I I would never be successful. So I just started shutting down very early on, and I even started to develop some issues with my self-esteem. To be honest with you, I didn't even like myself. I always felt like I didn't fit in anywhere. So hurt, no matter if it's from our family, our friends, um, different circumstances. It could be uh, racism, injustice, different things that are going on. We all have wounds, right? And again, they can come from loved ones, different circumstances, different things like that. So everyone is created and we're all unique and we all respond different to different events of pain. We all respond differently. So something that may hurt John may not really have that same effect on Paul. So wounds tend to come, to me, I was saying two extremes, capital W or lowercase, or big or little W. Now those big wounds are things like different types of abuse, the loss of a parent, a life-threatening medical condition or situation, or divorce. Now, those little wounds, those are what I would say are kind of common. Um, Maybe, someone repeatedly told you growing up that you would never um, amount to anything in life, or you wouldn't be successful, or maybe you were controlled, manipulated, whatever the case may be. You might have had a parent that was very frequent with physical or emotional abuse, or just being absent, right? So experiences like that cause what I consider to be little wounds. However, they can affect us just as much as the big wounds, like the major blows of life. So I think it's important for us to identify and address our emotional wounds. I think it's important because as we develop and we study and we say we want to become more like Christ, it's very important just to address it. See, if we ignore things, we ignore our wounds and we try to pretend like they didn't happen, what's going to happen is it places a limit on our ability to really be able to connect with God and others too. See, God wants us to mature in Him. He wants us to grow in Him. He doesn't want us to stay emotionally stagnant or stunted for the rest of our lives. So it's very important to recognize your wounds, right? Because your wounds, whether if it's a big one or a small one, can limit your ability to connect with others. It can also limit your own connection, your own internal connection, right? So I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to come back again over the next few days and continue this series. Peace and blessings until next time. Take care.